So we did it a couple times. Obviously, there was a fear of like, oh shit, I'm gonna break my neck, right? Eventually, I said, fuck it, we're gonna make this happen, and I ran football in my arms, right? Because if we're gonna reenact something, you've got to have the football. And my older stepbrother and his friend, which were both much bigger than I was at the time, were one from my legs, one from my shoulders, as I dove through the air like Superman. And we did it.
Mm.
They hit me, I spun, and I don't know why, but I landed weird. And when I landed, I actually dislocated my right shoulder. And I had them relocate it, right? I was like, all right, I've seen this in a movie. We're going to make this happen. So they grab a hold of my arm. One person holds, like, my armpit. And we just, 1, 2, 3, right? And popped it. Dude, dumbest fucking thing I've ever done. That hurt so bad. I was walking around in a jacket as a sling for like, it was bad. All right, gentlemen, let's go. Get in here. We're going to do one more. That only took 10 minutes, 20 minutes. That's insane. But yeah, that's one of the many adventures. Being renovated purposely while sledding down a hill, tried to bash our head off of the shed that was nearby.
You sound like this sounds like the type of shit my stepdad did as a kid.
Dude, we were raised the right way. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck outside, do stupid shit, and tell me about it when you come in boo-hooing. So trampoline story, kind of like yours. Same house that I used to live at, down the road from renovated. We had the trampoline near the back porch, which was roughly about, I don't know, 15 feet at the peak. Swanton bomb, right? Jeff Hardy did that off the roof onto the trampoline, and I'm talking swanton. Like, how close can you get your head, the mat of the trampoline, before slapping your back against the trampoline? Dude, I promise you, I was less than 6 inches at a 15-foot dive.
Okay, no, I did some crazy shit as a kid, but not something on that level.
Me and my cousins used to do pine tree racing up on the hill, or what we call up on the hill. We would all pick a pine tree, and first one to the top. Now, these pine trees used to be part of an old pine mill, so they were planted and just, obviously let them grow and grow and grow. I bet you they probably stood at the time at a height of like 65 feet. Pines, those branches ain't tough.
Oh yeah.
So we're at the top of this bitch, holding on to the top, waiting for everybody else to get up there, as the wind is blowing, right? So you're just telephone pole. Yeah. Thankfully, none of us ever broke one. We did, dude. We did some stupid shit.
So my uncles also did some crazy shit on my dad's side. So my parents are separated.
Okay.
Um, obviously I have a stepdad.
Yep.
I go. I love Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatnot because I get to hear all these crazy stories again and again and again. It's funny every fucking time.
Sure.
I go. Well, my uncles. So there's four of them. So there's my dad, that's the oldest. There's the other uncle, that's the second oldest, and then the two twins that are the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, at one point in time, they thought it would be a good idea to play chicken with a go-kart.
Okay.
And at one point in time, my uncle Cody, so my dad's Rusty, then my uncle Scotty, and then the two twins are Brody and Cody.
Okay.
And I don't ever see them. So
Chatty!
they start playing chicken with this go-kart, and my uncle Cody goes to dive out of the way, smacks his like straight on his forehead on the corner of the patio, which is
Jesus.
made out of concrete, by the way.
Of course. Of course.
My uncle, not my uncle, my grandpa, being the chief of fire and a former Marine, is like, go get a rag. It's okay. It's
I'm
not
good,
that
Chatty.
bad.
How the hell are
My
you?
grandma, on the other hand, is losing her fucking mind.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey, my grandma's always been the
She the
I
worry
hate to
ward?
say it, yeah, overprotective type.
Yep. Yep.
I got a Mozzie. Are they in Discord?
No. Unless they're in the general. Which, if they are, I apologize.
No, it doesn't look like it. And then it's like there's some other funny stories. My dad's the oldest. He was upset about something one day. Didn't want to do something, and he started raising his voice at my grandma.
Yep.
Unbeknownst to him,
How does the Mozzie hit me? There's one in this corner. One. It's the Ella. Ella's on one. Ella's on one. I just watched Legion run into Master as well.
The diffuser has been secured. Bomb has been located.
Cav coming up. Ella's still on one ping.
bro, come. Who have we been? We've been mute, of course. No, I knew that was a bad idea. We should have
Holy
banned fucking Mirror
and
out the get-go.
Silence are the two still up.
She's sitting there in bathroom.
One's in bathroom. Ella's still on one. Ella's still on one. He is just crouched on the counter there. Nice. Dead, dead, dead. Nice silence. In master, in master. Where's that bathroom? Watch that bathroom. Watch bathroom. No eyes, no push. Just hold. On bed, on bed. Coming through master now. Bath. Looking into bathroom. On one ping, one ping, one ping. Nice. Woo! Silence with a hard.
But
carry.
anyway,
Yeah, I'm listening. Sorry.
no, you're good. My dad started raising his voice at my grandma unbeknownst to him, my grandpa was home.
Oh no.
He goes he goes to storm off down the hall, and as he turns the corner, my grandpa is standing there, and like that just starts pushing his finger into his chest.
Hmm.
It basically scolding his ass for you don't ever do that again.
Oh.
And then there was another time it did a similar it did something similar, but instead of my grandpa handling it, my grandma just got irritated and threw a box of salt at him.
Oh no shit. I only mouthed off to my grandmother one time. One time and one time only. I was hanging out with some friends, right? And she kept calling me, come in for dinner, come in for dinner. I said, I'll be there in a minute. You know, she gave me time, you know, say my byes and whatever. She knows how kids are. We're not ready to come in. It's still daylight out. So she gives me time, and then she calls me again. I said, Grandma, I'm on my way, blah, 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 whatever. And finally she calls and says, if you don't get your ass in here, I'm not going to keep your dinner warm. I said, okay, I'm on my way. And I got a little heated because at this point, like, I'm still playing, right? Don't threaten my food. I'm on my way. So I get in the house. My grandma looks at me and she says, if you would have come in a half an hour ago, you could have already eaten and gone back outside. Now you're going to eat and you're going to sit your ass on the couch. I looked at her dead in the eyes and I said this verbatim. I said, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Woo! My grandfather got up out of his recliner. Now my grandfather is an old-fashioned Army vet farmer. He grabs a hold of me by my fucking shirt, whips me down on the floor like I'm just a piece of hay, and goes, that's who the fuck I am. I shit my pants and never mouthed off ever again. They don't have a rotate. They have a fucking cap can. They got an Elamine on there. They just threw it right next to you, Kratov. In bathroom here. No, tighter than that. Tighter. Tighter. Watch that hall.
Got y'all walls open now, be careful. Rook is 3/4 health.
I fucking seen him. I'm so dumb. Guys, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I sold. That was on me. I feel like such an ass. I feel like such an absolute ass. Can you hear me?
I will